Now I'm going to do the watercolor portrait paintings with this reference, a photo reference of this student. First, I'm going to use a smaller brush, number 10. I just use a light color to do a little planning. I already done the drawing study, and if you are my patron, you can go there to watch their videos. The address is patrons.com, and also you look at my this video's descriptions, you can see the link, or at the end of this video you can go there too. So keep your passion, emotion through this whole painting process. There's a lot of similarity that you are doing with charcoal or watercolor medium. I'm going to focus on how the whole composition will create a balance that I want. And let's see. I think it's okay then. What I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna use this 1.5 inch brush. I want to take a look. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna starting from the hair at the top. I'm looking through. I'm gonna go with the burnt sienna and put it in part of the face. I try to leave the highlights to be untouched, so that it's easier for me at the end to keep the highlight space. What you're looking at now is find the bigger shape, and I'm painted in the big shape. On this side is darker in the shadow. I know this is on the later part I'm gonna deepen the values for the shadow, but right now I just try to put it some suggestions as I'm laying down the base colors. And now I also want to take care of the background too. Maybe that will be the colors for the background. We're looking at where's the white space that I want to reserve it. When you use a big flat brush like this one, you can use it in different angle and create different effect, different size of the stroke. And when you see colors, make sure you also see the value of the colors. So there is very important, the color and how dark is the colors. And they are supposed to be two sides of the very important attribute of colors. And so most of the time, and the value of the colors appear to be even more important than what color is it. Okay, now just put down the very base color, and I'm going to switch to a little smaller flat brush, and this is the 1-inch flat brush, just a little brother of that brush, a little smaller. And the paper is still quite wet, so I'm going to see. I'm going to do pick a little yellow color. I'm going to come back to the hair. Because the red hair, as you say, the red wick, it should take over more than half of the size of the head. I'm going to start over here first. The color that I have in the brush is pretty dry. There's not lots of water saturation. I'm aware of the paper, most area in the paper is still quite wet. I'm just going to mix some darker red color with the blue that make it into looks like purple colors. So I use the brush, just lightly brush through it and create the texture of the hair. Okay, I'm going to stop on the hair for now. I'll come back later. Now I'm going to switch to a number 12 sable round brush. Now I'm going to try to touch into the dark color here. And I know this is still wet, so I'm going to have this color a little bit drier. It's not so much water in the mixture. So I'm going to mix with this burnt sienna and get a little blue. A little bit more blue into these colors. This would be look like that colors. I'm going to start over here. When you see the objects, I want you to think about seeing the shapes. This looks like a triangle, a dark triangle colors. A little lighter value of this, I'm going to moving it down. A little lighter, get some water. And that's the nose area, right here. And then the mouth. And then this side of the face. Just use the water to make a little softer. Use this color, keep coming down. That's the lower lip of the mouth. See, that's the chin. I'm gonna get a little bit orange colors down here to try to form this edge of the face, the shape of the face. Maybe I'm gonna change it later, but I'm just putting a little color there. It's just a little placeholder. And I want to make my brush a little bit drier. Just a little red color and with the yellow and a very thin orange color right here. And I'm going to quickly switch to this side of the face. Have a little blue color there. So I'm going to use this very light blue colors. Add a little bit. Like this color. Let me see. And then moving this down. And the wet into wet color. Now they merge together. You see the width. And then this color also can come down to the neck. Okay, now I'm gonna come up here to put some burnt sienna, a little bit burnt sienna for this area, for this eye. Okay, let's take a look. This is the cheek, and this the nose. And the mouth looks like it can be a little higher. Maybe I'm gonna move the nose a little bit lower. Let me see. That, I think the nose can be a little bit lower. So I'm just going to remove the shape. I'm gonna make it, move it a little lower after it getting a little settled, a little dry. Now I coming into here. Let's continue with this color. So the lower eyelid, and there's the eye in here, and the whole thing here can be sitting inside this shape. And here I have a dark cast shadow from the hair. I'm also adding this a little bit bone umber. Let's see here. A little red. Here you go. It's a soft colors. Okay, here. All right. Maybe this time I'm going to do a little transitions with the burnt sienna. This is some yellow and maybe a little too much yellow, so I'm going to add a little red in the mixture. Here you go. So I'm going to get it starting over here, and this color transition into this color and coming down like this, and then I move on to down here. I leave that a little lighter, but also I'm going to put this color here too, and then now I'm going to start moving the nose a little lower. The nose could be here. Okay. That's good. I'm going to also soften this transition and prepare to move the highlight a little bit lower too. Okay, that's good. And somehow I need to add some burnt sienna color over here, but right now is not the time. So I'm going to come back here to instead, in this color, I'm going to start moving it, expand this area a little bit so the highlight push a little bit off here. Okay. To create a smooth transition for the skin tone, you can just by using water. Sometimes you probably want to use a bigger brush. Okay, shape it a little better. Okay, here we go. Okay, soften the edge over here too. And also at this time, I'm going to take out some color here. So prepare for my next step to putting some light burnt sienna color here. This is the light, still the light side. Okay. That's good. Now I'm going to move on to set up some colors onto the clothing. Maybe the neck areas. I'm going to take this color, maybe make it a little darker for the shadow side on the neck. Okay, you go. Now on the clothing, I need to quickly change to a little bit colder color. Okay, I'm gonna look into this side of the clothing. I maybe want to set up some really darker color now to create a bit dark, heavy tone on the clothing, because right now up here is all heavy colors. I'm gonna take the red color with this Windsor blue. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna put a little bit color here since still wet. Have some kind of soft and then I come over here to this side. Let's see. Let's figure out what's the shoulder. That's good. Okay. And while we're doing that, the color getting drier, so this is a good thing. And this color is still wet, and looks like the top over here is getting dry. I'm gonna do another layers on the hair, that's for sure. And I'm going to do maybe for now I'm gonna use my round brush to form the contrast over here on the neck between the shadow and the reflected light. Before I do that, I'll probably do some colors to showing the clothing forming the colors. Let's see. So that is, it's not so bright, so I'm going to mix with its complementary colors. That should be good enough. Okay, here we go. Because here is also in the catch the shadow side. Get a little bit more burn sienna. Okay, here we go. And now I go into the shadow side. Extend that color, connect to here, the transition. Put a little bit light red and burnt sienna color into here. Have a soft transition. And I'm going to smooth this a little bit just by using water. Okay, now I'm going to move my attention, come back to the face. Now where I'm going to start from the nose area. This is the burnt sienna. Add a little blue colors. But I still want to keep it in the warm side. This is the color. This is good color. So I'm going to first define this shape. Let's see. And the nostril. Right here. Okay. And the corner of the mouth. And I'm going to connect that into the upper lip in the shadow side. And also with this similar color, I'm going to also deepen the color over here. And that is I have a little opening between the two mouths. I'm going to put this suggestion color right here, and maybe a little bit suggested this side of the nostril. Okay, that's good. Enough color for me to start doing the blending. So I'm gonna just, my clean brush is almost no colors. If there's a little bit of that color, it's okay. Okay, now start softly move the color and connect with the surrounding. Okay, coming up here, and now also there's a little bit of that color, but a little bit more, a little bit warmer, a little bit red. But coming here to the lower lip, also here too. So turn to that. Also, at the chin, I saw also seeing the similar colors. I'm going to mix the color. A little bit blue. This is the color. And right here. Okay. And now I'm going to use the light blue colors. Now slowly leave this color and coming up a little lighter. Like that. That's good. And maybe this color should also slowly coming into this area here too. But it should have a little bit blue, a little bit more blue colors when it come in here. And that shape can smoother down here and a little even coming up a little bit lower. Okay, that's actually good. Now I'm gonna come up, get into the eye area, this is almost dry. So I'm gonna first putting some simple color here, a little dark color. So I'm gonna put this color and define the space for the eye first. The eye is about here. And eyebrows. Now I'm going to move to the other side. So this eye is all about here, even though it's very, very subtle because it's sitting inside of a pretty dark triangle shape. Now let's see. I'm going to come to the neck. I'm going to refine this, the transition of the form that is turning. This side get a little burnt sienna. Here we go. And make this white to be a little lighter colors. I need to move a little bit faster because if I move too slow, I lose my energy. I need to have this a little bit. The shape is open too much. So I'm gonna get this is burnt sienna and first putting the color here and then move over. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's not ready for this, so I'm gonna do another round for the hair. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start with this round brush first. I'm gonna do a new wash, starting from the top. Get the red first, put a little blue colors, mix it. I think the hair needs a little bit higher, so I'm gonna on this round. Okay, here we go. And on this side, definitely darker. Yeah. Now I'm going to change to my 1-inch flat brush. First, move that color down here, good. And on this side, I mix a little darker color by using this Windsor blue, and here we go, darker, the same tone, and coming down, and I'm coming here to the face, And this color should come in continually down to the side of the face. Then I'm gonna expand this outward a little bit. And this is the shadow side. I'm gonna shape the hair. This will look a little bit too much kind of hard edge. I'm gonna make the edge much softer by just make it a little softer. This color can come down a little bit. Come here on the face. I'm gonna put a little bit more color to it. My brush is too dry, so I'm gonna get a little red too. And okay, right there. I know. Now I'm gonna getting a very red color for the light side. Use the side of the brush. And move the hair coming up like this. Create a motion. And also on the nose here, this hair is coming up like this. Okay. Even the color is pretty red, but I want the color a little bit lighter in the highlight area. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wash my brush to, this time I'm not just use only water. I'm going to use yellow color in my brush, but it's not lots of yellow colors, but it's some yellow color, because when I wash it, I do two things at once. I am lifting up color at the same time and putting the new color into that space. There's some little yellow colors. Okay, here we go. They're supposed to be highlight. But using lifting of color, lifting of technique, and I create a very smooth, silky, very smooth feeling. Okay, and also lifting up the color over here too. Take out color from this area. Also adding some yellow color here too, as I'm taking out the dark color, introduce a new color. That's good. Now we have the highlight on this side. We can softly also lift off a bit color over here and the shadow side. I don't want these colors to become too light. I mean, thinking about value contrast. Value contrast, that means the dark color and light colors. and the difference between the light color and the dark color between the two local colors. And that might be too light. And okay, we're getting there. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to at the same time I'm going to introduce some darker color into here too. I'm going to change to my round brush because that is very deep and it's the darker in the very deep shadow area. So I'm going to take this burnt sienna, mix with this. I already have blue and red, but I need a little bit more blue. Okay, I need a little bit more red. I'm taking with that color in. Okay, let's take a look. And also in here too. But I want that to be a little bit more red color because the light actually, partial of the light actually go through the hair. Now at the same time, I'm going to softly, this looks like some green color there. What's the green color? It's the yellow with blue colors. I can see some green color, very nice green color in here. So I'm going to put a little of those yellow green colors blend into here as I am softening, leave that color out. And nice. So when you do the painting, similar, or to say the same as you're doing a drawing, is seeing shapes. You paint the shape, seeing the shape. I'm coming to reshape this dark area that's showing the transitions between the warm and the light side turning into the shadow side or reflected light. I'm also going to introduce a warm color versus red and yellow. Make into this red-orange colors. I'm going to put it in the here. So this color actually merge into this the hair color. I'm going to have a little bit softened edge over here. Okay. Even though I'm going to put the burnt sienna color into this shape a little bit later, not right now. And also going to come in here, the burnt coming to the light side. And red with the burnt sienna and putting into the shadow side of the eye. Soften that too. Okay, good. And I can move the highlight a little bit more to this side by adding the color filled into this middle tone. Okay, looks like the background is too isolated to the shadow side of the hair. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create the connection back here. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add a little blue color, maybe with this. You have to follow your feeling, follow your gut, and do whatever you think is right. And if it doesn't, it's a good experiment. Put that color into the hair area. Now it creates nice transitions between the hair and the background. And maybe down here, this color a little bit too flat. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add a little yellow color here. I break the shape a little bit, not so much flat and solid. Okay, good. I maybe carry this color here too. Much better. And now I'm gonna stop playing on that. Other than I'm gonna make this transition in here, coming up. That's good. Keep it like that. Now I'm gonna get a little blue colors. And doing this shape. Suggesting that too. That, connect that too. And I'm gonna give a little suggestions to the shirt. This color, a little bit warmer. That's probably good enough. Since this is the light size, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make this softer a little bit. Okay, so it's instead of seeing the same color all the way from left to the right, and also have the little lighter transition into here. And soften that a little bit. Okay, that's probably good enough for that. And now I'm going to deepen that value. Look like it should be a little bit darker. So I'm gonna take the blue and the red into this burnt sienna color. Here we go. Let go some of the water in the brush. Now soften it. Now gradually turn into this color. But I don't want to get too much of dry brush in the painting. That's very good value for that. They're probably a little bit too much wet, so I'm going to let go some of them. Okay. Now I come into the bottom over here. I'm going to make a little darker value and let it continue going up. And that color, a little bit burnt umber. I think a little bit burnt umber right here. But it should be a little darker than that. I take a little blue colors, a little red colors. Here you go. Let's see. And I'm gonna just use this wet brush and just one brush connect that up. Now I'm gonna come into put a little red color to the lip. There is just the red colors right here. Okay, good. A little red colors. I'm not sure it's too dark. I'm gonna tap off some of the colors, so remove some of the color from the brush. Okay, let's see. And then and on the left side of the mouth should be a little darker. But before I go there, I want to soften this color. I think it's still a bit too much. Okay, good. Now I'm coming into make a little darker color, and mostly red, has red tone over there. But it should be darker. This color maybe. A little red and mix with burnt sienna and a little blue. Too much blue. Get a little red. Add to it, okay. And a little burnt sienna. And that's about their colors. Okay, let's see. Starting over here, this shape. Keep thinking about shapes. Okay, here we go. Okay, nice shape. And now take this color, maybe has a little bit more red in here, and for this transition. Now this is pretty good. Now what I want to do now, I want to create that the transition in the nose to create. Right now the nose looks really flat, so I don't want that. I want to put some burnt sienna with this red color. I'm gonna turn that starting over here. This should be a little darker color, and also on the other side has the blue tone reflected light. Okay, I'm gonna have a lighter tone of this color coming to the light side. Around the highlight. And on this side, a little bit darker tone. Let's take these colors. Good. And should be a darker color in this area. I'm going to try to do it at this moment. You know, sometimes if you plan everything right and you do it really clean and sometimes it has no emotional. So sometimes you take the risk and actually you're going to have more fun. Let's see. Take this color, have a little blue. I think about how dark are the colors. Okay, actually that works. And I have underneath the lower lip of the mouth, this color coming a little bit softer here, but it's a little darker than the color that I have. But now should have a little bit more warmer, so I take this color to surround and extend from this color. Okay, and this has a little bit more blue colors. I want to just take this blue color to see how it looks like. Actually, looks good. And put it, extend that color coming up here. And that color should connect with this color, but here the value of this color a little bit lighter. So just use my clean brush and just lead the color out and make it lighter too. Now I want to shrink down this shape a little bit, push that this side of the chin a little bit higher. To do that, you just take out some of the value and move the neck colors a little bit higher. It was just gonna work. Yeah, it's fine. And also, actually, there's color all the way coming over here. Like that. So just this color all the way coming over here. Good. Now's the time I'm gonna glaze burnt sienna colors, maybe a little red into this area. It's the time. Like that. I'm gonna soften the edge because I don't want it to look like just a piece of paper stick into here. Has no connection to the surrounding area. So we've done a lot on the face now. So I'm going to get away from this for a little bit, for a little moment. I'm going to soften this first. Now I'm going to probably spend some time on the eye area. Yeah. This would be, looks like the color. Like this. And probably suggest a little bit in here. I'm thinking about, should I do it? I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. Okay, I'm gonna decide later. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this 1-inch flat brush. I'm going to create a bit textures on the top here. That means I'm going to work on the hair one more time. First, putting a little thicker colors. A little blue into this color. Okay, you go. Apply some dry brush texture. That's good. Okay, I'm going to shape it. Get a little bit more red back here. Shape it a little bit. Because I'm going to do some narrow shape like this. Moving up like this. Good. Yeah, I'm gonna let go of those reflection. That's fine. Now I don't really want to keep this line. I'm gonna soften that. That's good enough. Okay, this is will be another round coming down to the face. Oh, before I do that, I'm gonna use lifting off to refine this shape, make this shape a little bit nicer. That's good. That's all I need. Okay. And now I'm gonna get another round onto the face. And the face right now looks a little bit too dry. And so I'm gonna start with the reflection light versus blue colors. I'm gonna soften this color first, because when you see something kind of like a pieces isolated, it's the best tool you have. It is a bigger round brush like this one. I'm gonna take this. Let me see this, the right blue colors. Yeah, let me see this blue color. There's two different blue colors. Yeah, that's good. So I'm gonna putting this reflected colors into this area and remove some of the unwanted texture. Yes, I'm moving this with this big brush, moving down. Okay, and then come in into the neck, and actually the big brush, it helped to soften and united the colors better. So down here I'm gonna have a little brown colors, and also in the transition get a little bit brown color and maybe a little fresh orange color mixed into it. Okay. And this not supposed to be just white. Okay, good. I think there's just too much shape over here. Make it look too heavy. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to try to remove it. I'm using Arches watercolor paper, and this is why you can do lots of scratching this top technique, I will be still going to be okay. Now also continue going into this color now, because the water pushing that wet color upward. I want it to come up here to rescue it. And just soften the colors. That's good. Maybe move that shape, expand it a little bit lower, like this. Good. Use just the tip of the flat brush. Okay, now I come in here to use the burnt sienna and do one more time on the light side of the light side, the cheek. And I need to I'm gonna put a little fresh tone on the light side. Take off some of the color so I can have a space for fresh tone. I'm gonna get the red and yellow. I'm gonna first put this very, very fresh color first to see how it looks. I like it. And then I'm going to just use this clean brush and start soften it and moving it down, make it a little lighter. Okay. I think now's the time I'm gonna take care of the reflected area and also the reflected light areas of this area too with the blue color. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna soften here, make it a little lighter. So it's same as how I draw with charcoal or pencil, starting from big composition, control your feeling, and coming down to a smaller and smaller area as you move into further development of the artworks. And also here, prepare that, soften this area. So I'm gonna, over here, a little bit darker blue colors, like a darker purple colors. I'm gonna take this blue, a little blue, and add into the red color. And here we go. I'm gonna start over here. And one of the things you need to be careful about when you use a smaller brush like this is not a smaller round brush, but round brush had a small contact surface with the paper because it's a round. So it creates some tedious feeling, and sometimes you don't want it. Most of the time I don't want it. This a little darker. Good, I think this is successful, but that looks like a bit about broken shape. So we're gonna take care of that after this dry with the bigger the flat brush. I'm gonna use this color too and come in here to tone down this, and I have the blue color into here. Okay, good. That's good. I'm gonna clean up the edge over here and also have this a little bit lighter. I'm gonna clean my brush. This a little bit too dark. Much better now. Not like some big jump. Okay, good. And I might just gonna put in this red color again into here. Have a little bit more fresh. And the lid. That's good. Okay, now I'm going to use the big brush one more time. Before I do that, I'm going to soften this colors. I keep that partially dry, but I don't want to keep everything so dry. And also over here, it's a very, very warm color in the shadow. Okay, and also on the nose has quite dark colors because they catch the shadow that catched it by the hair. I'm gonna take this color with that. Okay, this could be a good color. Dark enough, and the right heel. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna put this color here. Make it look like to catch the shadow on the nose. Oh, next, and I come back. Oh, wait a minute. I'm gonna one last time touch here. Quickly. And that's it on this area. That is good enough. I don't want to make it too solid. Maybe even let go a little bit more here. Okay, make it a little soft, broken shape. It's okay. Now coming to this side, just take this gray color. I'm gonna put it into this side of the shirt. They are too much light. Now I can tone it down. Remove that much contrast. And on this side, I'm gonna put the burnt sienna color because reflected the color actually from the face. Like this. And maybe a little bit over here. That's it for that. And now I'm going to come back to use the big brush to do one more time reorganize the shape here. So I'm going to take this color. Start from here. Coming down. Softly get into the reflected light area. I don't want that much this warm color into the reflected area. So this area also need to actually coming down, moving down a little bit, this shape. So I'm gonna, at the same time, move this shape a little lower. And also I'm gonna make this color a little bit darker too. Okay, moving this color a little bit darker too. This dark color a little bit lower. Okay. Here a little bit darker on the corner of the mouth, like this. Maybe a little color here. A little bit here too. Let's see. I want to have this color. Oh, this make it a little bit lighter. Okay, that's good. That's not too bad. This one. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to come in to take care of their eye to make it a little bit more finish. Okay, wait. Okay, now I'm going to do a little cleanup under here. Just by using water and good. Form it a little better. I'm going to let the color come up. Yeah. And we do need some color here into a little bit darker value. Let me see. First, a little darker color, but in the tone of the burnt umber. Let's see. Good. This color. And then also the color over here. That's suggesting the transitions, the form of the neck. It rounded and turning from one side to the other side. Like this. And I'm going to add a little blue colors. Suggest the same reflected light coming from the other side, right here. A little bit. Like that. I like that yellow-green colors on the shirt. So I'm gonna also, I'm not sure it's a good idea, but I'm gonna put it on. If I don't like it, I'll let it go. Maybe not so serious. And I'm probably should just make it a little bit ambiguous. Yeah. I don't want to become the center of the focal point. Maybe here, maybe there. Just a little suggestions of that on the shirt. That's good enough. Now I'm gonna go into the eye. Mix a little darker color by using blue. Oh, too much water on the palette. So I'm gonna remix the color somewhere else. I'm gonna put it here. I don't need lots of colors, just a little color. And I need some yellow color to make it neutral. And that color would be, I'm gonna, not, instead of using yellow color, I'm using burnt sienna color. Okay, now I'm gonna come in here to take a look carefully. Make sure the iris is rounded. Like that. And also the eyebrows. Like that. And on this side, I'm gonna touch it, give a little suggestions. And eyebrows. Okay, just a bit suggestions. One more time, I'm going to a little bit darker red color just here. Still need to do something over here. First, I need a little blue colors. Second, wait, that's probably all I need. But down here is supposed to be have a little bit turn of colors, maybe a little bit of this light orange color versus the burnt sienna. Okay. A little softer transition. Okay, good. Also, this color is supposed to be the burnt sienna colors. So I'm gonna add a little bit right here. And the blue color should be a little bit darker. Also, this color here also need to be a little bit darker blue. And on the shadow side of the lower eyelid. Now here we go. One more time. A little bit forming the transition. Seeing the bone over here should be a little bit darker. That color come out here too. That's good. It's pretty accurate now. And maybe putting a little color here to suggest that one more time. This will look a little bit disconnected. So I'm gonna put a dark, I'm gonna put this dark purple color. I'm gonna do it one more time. Continue coming down here. It's good. Now I actually have this form this, tell this story a little bit more. There's the clothing. There is the pattern. Okay, coming here. Like that. Maybe here should be just let it merge together. Okay, a little softer. That's a little bit too much dry brush. And I want that to be a bit of could be purple colors. Watch that. I want to reform this shape one more time. Okay. I'm gonna come in here. Just the blue colors. And so coming down here, merge to this area. Good. And then the nostril area. A little warmer colors. So a little red, a little blue, but on the warm side, get a little bit more red, a little bit burnt sienna. Okay, this color, and then I'm gonna come in here to reform it, move it a little higher. Okay, here you go. Okay. Take care a little bit with texture on the lip. I think it's done. If you're already a patron, I thank you for your continuing support.